Good afternoon or good morning, good night, wherever you are watching or whenever you are watching. Welcome to Eagle Stadium. Here we are for this round 5 clash between Wyndham and Bellarine. Lovely Sunday afternoon here in the western suburbs of Melbourne, where we have Bellarine coming up the highway with a 5-1 record, fresh off a win against Warrnambool last night, taking on Wyndham. Championship women's basketball coming up with a men's game with the same two teams coming up following this one. So a big afternoon of basketball here at Eagle Stadium. And in case you wouldn't have heard it in the intros, players as they were being introduced, Jamie Lee Pearce, who was a starter here for Wyndham, is playing her 300th senior BigV game. So massive shout outs to Jamie Lee Pearce. An outstanding achievement. 300 senior games is a mammoth total. And we've got some starting fives here for you. So for Bellarine, it is number 3, Chantel Hall. Number 35, Georgia Varley. Number 21 is Bridget Retstadt. Number 23 is Courtney Strait. And number 8 is Olivia Vert. And for Wyndham, it is Tennille Knight, Bethany Theodore, Julie Brosseau, Jamie Lee Pearce, and Amanda Pascal. Jamie Lee Pearce, number 11 there with the long sleeves. Tennille Knight in the tip-off. Number 12, close to the camera there, Amanda Pascal. And that's Julie Brosseau controlling the tip by way of Tennille Knight. Finding Pascal outside. Straight into Pearce in the post. Just couldn't get the runner to go. It was good defense by Retstadt, who's got it now. 3 balls good. Olivia Vert left open. No rotation from Wyndham. Wyndham looking for their first bucket. Good hustle by Vert, getting out to that one. Getting a hand in it. Hot start here by the Bellarine Storm. The pass was not quite firm enough from Pascal, looking for Pearce inside, and Bridget Retstadt comes up with a steal. Guarded by Brosseau upstairs. In the paint now. Good rotation from Tennille Knight, but I think Julie Brosseau is going to be called for the foul on the way in. So Bridget Retstadt going to the line, averaging 19 points, 12 boards a game for the Storm. Shooting free throws at 96%, if you don't mind, as well. Of course, whenever you say that, they missed the first one. And makes the second of the two. From what I've seen so far from Bridget, looks to attack the paint a fair bit, so it won't be her first. So it won't be her last trip to the free throw line, I'd imagine, here today. As Theodore can't get anything going inside. Bellarine's defense, exceptional so far. Wyndham looking to add a bit of pressure of their own. Good pace from Varley. Tennille Knight come with the double team. Wyndham trying to break things up, not allowing Bellarine to get into their set, as they have now. Varley finds Strait in the corner. 3 ball, no good. Retstadt blocked by Tennille Knight. Good defense from Wyndham. AP's mid-range game been a showcase so far this season. As we see it there, defenders backing up, respecting the drive. Just popping that one from just inside the free throw line. There's Varley shooting a 3 this time. Rebound picked up by Pearce. Wyndham off and running. Pass was upstairs for Tennille Knight. She threw it in between Brosseau and AP. As Olivia Vert sells the open layup. It's about as easy as they come. kick ball there by Bridget Retstadt. Pascal with the screen from Pearce. Trying that mid-ranger again. And I think that was Courtney Straight, couldn't control it on the baseline and out of bounds. Going to be a Wyndham ball once more. 14 on the shot clock as Brousseau gets a bit of space from deep. Pulls the trigger on that one to Neil Knight. Finds to Neil Knight upstairs. Her first points in game number 300. Wyndham starting to get rolling now after a good start from Bellarine. As Retstadt just can't find the handle after a little slip. Flings it out of bounds. And a turnover going Wyndham's way. Good defence from Olivia Vert. And Varley out running. Another open layup missed by Bellarine. That's 2 already. Corner 3 from Beth Theodore. And AP doing what she does, getting into the paint, creating contact, and going to the line, hopefully to knock down a couple of free throws. Something Wyndham will be happy with as well. Chantel Hall picking up a foul early. A couple of bigs for Bellarine, protecting the paint pretty well so far. If they can find themselves with a couple of fouls, might get a little bit easier in there for Wyndham as this game progresses. As AP goes 1 from 2. Varley out running. Another open layup. Missed. Add that to the tally. We're at 3 now. And AP, 2 good examples of players that are just absolutely deadly when they get 2 feet in the paint. We've got Amanda Pascal playing here, and if you're tuning in for the men's game later, Troyce Manassa, much the same. Gets in the paint, very patient. You see there a pump fake, a little bump, create a bit of contact, gets the layup, and the free throw is good. Pascal off to a hot start. 6 points already. And Wyndham have a little 5-point bit of breathing room as Retstadt goes inside to Hall, straight in the corner. Back to Chantel Hall. Little floater is good. Connolly couldn't get the shot off in time. Good pressure from Chantel Hall. Jamie Lee Pearce caught a piece of the arm on the shot there. Chantel Hall shooting him at about 80% from the line this season. Once again, misses the first. Able to make good on the pair. Still yet to see any of the bench from Bellarine. Wyndham with Mackenzie Drew and Alex Connolly out there. AP missing the layup there. It was a good contest. So Wyndham with a pretty experienced bench with Alex Connolly, Mackenzie Drew. Been in this program for a couple of years now. Olivia Furt misses another layup. They should have taken. Julie Brousseau able to get the feet set. Hits the triple. So Retstadt working her way through everybody. Good defense from Brousseau in the last line of defense there. Pascal. 3 balls off. Straight out of the hand. She knew, you could hear her yelling it. Mid-range game from Courtney Straight. Wyndham looking to keep the pressure on here. As we start to see some of the bench players coming, getting ready for the Bellarine Storm. Brousseau's 2 for 2. Timeout called. Tim Sanderson, Bellarine Storm need to have a talk about this. Julie Brousseau goes bang, bang halfway through the first quarter. Fresh off a game last week of, was it 27? Feeling pretty much mostly in triples there. Very dangerous if this Wyndham team starts knocking down some threes. So Brousseau, AP, 6 points. Bellarine, as mentioned, we look at the field goal percentage, just 2 of 12 from the field. With a 2-point make to Chantel Hall and a 3-point make to Olivia Vert, and then a couple of free throws. I'm not sure if that math checks out though. No, that math is a bit off. There must be one more in there. So that'd be 3 of maybe 13. But either way, it's about 20% from the field. And there's been 3 or 4 layups they should have made, which would have had them in front at this point. So only have themselves to blame for this slight deficit. See what they can do to rectify that. We've got a couple of fresh faces out there in Charlotte Armstrong and Olivia Osborne. Good pressure from Wyndham and Alex Connolly there, forcing the turnover. And for Wyndham, Jazz Goodman is checked in as well, with Beth Theodore back on. Little runner from Alex Connolly, just couldn't get it to go. AP finds herself in the corner. And Jazz Goodman called for a 3-second violation. Referees not missing anything early. So that's Armstrong setting the screen. Good hands by Wyndham. There was Connolly having a piece of that one. Jazz Goodman doesn't rate her chance on a 3-on-1, so decides to dish it off to the captain and reset up top. Little pick and roll action. Back to the same play from last time as Goodman. Someone had a piece of her arm by the looks of it, but stayed with the play. Got the rebound off the glass. 2 points, Jazz Goodman. Good message there for the kids. It ain't over till it's over. Jazz Goodman showing them how it's done. Under the paint of a nice pass from Bethany Theodore as we have another turnover by Bellarine. And turnover for turnover as Brousseau was trying to find Mackenzie Drew. Retstat driving the lane. AP straight up, taking the hit with a bit of help from Jazz Goodman. As Brousseau's come back on after a couple of triples and a breather. Alex Connolly coming off. Definitely a luxury. Jared Hillier has a pretty deep bench and scoring options all the way down it. Been several players with 20-plus points already so far this season. Brousseau, AP, Tennille Knight, Jamie Lee Pierce, Mackenzie Drew had 20-plus in a game as well, so definitely many players that can show up and get the job done. That's that. Elbow jump shot. AP saw the space. May as well be a red carpet for Amanda Pascal. Armstrong driving baseline. Points are good and one. So yeah, Charlotte Armstrong going to the line. Chance for the M1. Nice baseline move on Jazz Goodman. Couldn't get it to go. Mackenzie Drew scoops it up. Ella McLeod and Jamie Leah Pearce have checked in. Brousseau couldn't get that one to go. Good little move to get some space. Good movement from Bellarine. Jamie Lee Pearce, good post defense. Deep triple, no good that time. Georgia Varley couldn't get it to drop. Ella McLeod showing some fancy little footwork there. Jump, stop, step through, little scoop. A little bit too far to go from where she pulled up. Manages to draw the foul. Makes good on the first. 1:20 to play here in this first quarter. Good shooting from Ella McLeod. As Tennille Knight, after a good rest, checks back in. Wyndham finding themselves 8 points in the positive. Courtney Straight from three, doesn't mind a three ball. That one finds the iron. Jamie Lee Pearce picks up the rebound. Brousseau had him frozen. Bethany Theodore hustle play. And Theodore gives up the foul on the fast break. Courtney Straight leaking out and getting an air one opportunity. As Courtney makes good on the bonus. McLeod looking for some help. Theodore. Wyndham shot clocks down to 6. Theodore is fouled. Ball was rolling around on the rim there and couldn't get it to go. So Theodore's going to go to the line for 2. Already got the 2 points on the afternoon. Bethany Theodore. First season here at Wyndham by way of Sunbury, I believe. Played a little bit of college a few years back, but is now here is a part of the Wyndham starting lineup. And that one finds every piece and gets it to drop. Wyndham, plenty of pressure. Shot clock's turned off. Game clock's down to 10. McLeod is fouling. I think that was Georgia Varley driving in. Plenty of fouls called on those swipes on the way in for both teams. We've seen a few times players have been able to wall up and get straight up, and referees have respected the good defense, but if there's an arm sort of swiping at the ball and it might collect a piece of something else, the whistle's been pretty consistently called the whole way through this first quarter. As Varley, no good on the second. Theodore's got 5 seconds. Tennille Knight had plenty of time. Rousseau almost got the follow as Wyndham pile on 25 points in this first quarter to Bellarine 17. So 8 points in the favour of the home team here. And if you've just tuned in, mentioned earlier, game number 300 for Jamie Lee Pearce. Played many different clubs, mostly which out the sort of farther eastern suburbs. I believe Gippsland, Southern Peninsula, a few others around that sort of part of town, and then made her way across to Wyndham a couple of years ago, along with her partner Lucas Allen, who's the coach of the men's team. So both welcome additions to the club for the last 5 years or so. So game number 300. I'm not sure how far back we have to go back to trace that back to. Pretty close to a good 15, 20 seasons of Big V basketball. And had an absolute blinder of a game just a couple of weeks ago. Had 33 points. Sorry, just last week against Sunbury, had 33. Had the magic hand, just everything she was shooting from under the ring. Couldn't miss. So Wyndham shooting the ball at 38% that quarter. Bellarine were able to lift that a little bit up to 36 from 20. So we saw that was a bit of a slow start for them, and they managed to get a few good looks later in the quarter. Play back underway here. Great start to Neil Knight. Good match up there. Brousseau was open and makes no mistake. Can't leave Julie Brousseau open on the three for that long. It's her third triple already. Looking to add to that tally as the afternoon goes on. Chantel Hall, Jamie Lee Pearce, tangled up. Foul called on Jamie Lee Pearce. If you could hear Jared Hillier through the mic, I think it was Jamie Lee way to be in great position. I don't think there was too much Jamie Lee Pearce was doing wrong there. Pretty physical post game from both players. Second foul for Jamie. So up top, Bethany Theodore coming around. As AP almost got the triple to go. It's Jamie Crombie up top now. Outside of Retstadt in the corner. Follow from Retstadt working hard there on the boards. Off a fingertip. It's going to be a Bellarine ball baseline. Varley up top, kicks it outside to Crombie for three, the front of the ring. And that one's out of bounds and a Wyndham ball. Theodore can't get the layup to go on the way in. Good hustle, Bethany Theodore getting in the paint. Smallest player on the court, getting under the ring, coming up with the loose ball. Plenty of hustle and heart from Bethany Theodore. Theodore manages to get it out of there. And Pascal, corner three. Bang, knocks it down. Isvalia gets by her, kicks it out. Long two there. Olivia Vert can't get it to go. Good pressure from Wyndham on the ball. As Bellarine open to it. Olivia Vert gets open for the layup. Pascal, bang, the three again. AP knocking down back-to-back threes. As Bellarine caught Wyndham slipping there. Chantel Hall. And this game's starting to get a little bit physical. Bethany Theodore is fouled on the way into the paint. Look for the referees here just to, I think, be pretty hard on the whistle the next couple of minutes just to try and get things calmed down a little bit. Set up a little screen for Brousseau outside. Guarded by Olivia Vert. Wants the pick and roll with Pierce. And that's blocked by Chantel Hall. Neil Knight with the shoulder down. A little bit too much. Just called for the foul. And Mackenzie Drew is on for Bethany Theodore, having a little breather. Going the post to Hall, flips it across to Vert. And Crombie too hot, coming in for the rebound. Couldn't keep the feet still. And rather than travelling, ends up throwing out of bounds. Courtney straight back out there. Bellarine find themselves down 10. Brousseau, mid-ranger, was in and out. Varley, lefty runner, no good. Kenzie Drew, three ball, no good. Neil Knight had her arm stuck in there. Was called for the foul. I think there was much she could do about that one. It's Neil's third personal, so you have to be careful. Only halfway through the second term. She's got to keep tabs on Georgia Redstad as well, leading scorer for Bellarine at about 19 a game. Brousseau on the boards, looking to help out inside. Brousseau, 3-ball is good. That's her 4th 3-pointer already. Dealing in straight threes. I think that's 4 of 6 for Julie. Making it, if you do the math, 4 times 3. She is just behind AP on 13 points. AP's just got 1 triple noted on the scorecard here. Well, she knocked down back-to-back threes, so maybe one of those was a long 2. And no one for the Bellarine Storm in double figures, though they do tend to share the scoring around a fair bit more, with a lot of players averaging at that sort of 10 to 15 mark. So a couple of round 5 games here with Bellarine and Wyndham this afternoon. With the men's following up at 3 p.m. local time in about an hour and a half if you're in a different time zone. Shout outs to those if you are watching in a different time zone. Heard from a couple of the regular crew around here that we might have Wyndham champion 2022, Holly Dolney, watching from over in Chicago. So shout outs to Holly if you are watching. Definitely less corner threes getting knocked down this season without her here. Julie Brousseau is making a dint, but usually gets them from the wing as Pascal strides her way into the paint. And it gets in for 2. Good trap here from Wyndham. Good defense. And it's going to be off Jamie Lee, so it's no cross court. Redstad, little step back. 3-ball. Beautiful 3, Georgia Redstad. So Bridget Redstad, my mistake. Pascal sidestepping. Mackenzie Drew on the boards. Couldn't get it to go. Good look from Mackenzie, usually knocks those down. Pierce guarding Chantel Hall. Bridget Redstad again. She's up to 8, leading scoring for the Storm. Trying to keep Brousseau. Shot clock down to 6. As off ball, I think it was a moving screen off ball from Julie Brousseau. So 5-team fouls for Wyndham at the limit now. Any more is going to be free throws for the next 4 minutes for the Storm. Wyndham still holding on to a 10-point lead. As Vert can't be clean with it. Good defense there from Connolly. As Redstad working hard on the boards. Ella McLeod, 3-ball. Yes, Ella McLeod. First points of the afternoon. Coach Jared Hilliard getting heated down there. Good defense from McLeod. With Redstad having a bit of size there, making the most of it. As Pierce is dumped to the ground by Lucy Howard. For her troubles, Jamie's going to have a little rest. Jazz Goodman, not afraid of the contest. Likes a bit of post play. Look out for the turnaround fadeaway from Jazzy. Coming off a big youth league season last year. So Wyndham now extended just to 11 points. Ella McLeod trying to get Crafty in there. Couldn't get it to go off the glass. And the Storm can get into something here. Crombie flips it across. Vert now in the post. Lucy Howard. As McLeod. Good defense from Ella McLeod there. With Lucy Howard. Bit of size advantage there, so going to look to post her up. And Pascal step in late. It's going to be a blocking foul. And a chance for Courtney Strait to add to her tally. I think she's up to 6 now, so looking for number 7. Pascal resetting, looking for an option. Goodman in the high post. Finds Pascal, didn't even know it was coming. It was a nice pass from Brousseau to find a way into AP's arms. And AP with the composure to get that one off in a flash. Wyndham going to be running and gunning here. Good call by the ref. If you just saw there, I think it was Crombie had the position, didn't have the arms straight up. Had the arms down. Good take in from McLeod. McLeod makes the first of her 2. 6 points. And she's perfect from the line so far, Ella McLeod. It's 4 from 4 from the stripe, so the professional thing and knocking your free throws down. Good defense on Courtney Strait this time. Courtney outside, off the dribble. Couldn't get it to go. Jazz Goodman with the rebound finds Pascal for the outlet. McLeod just shuffled the feet. Yeah, she knew it too as she pulled the trigger. Closing in on half-time. Bellarine looking to cut the deficit, find them down 12. Good defense from Jazz Goodman. Rebound bounced nicely. It was Armstrong inside, keeps hustling. Is Goodman not afraid of putting it on the floor. McLeod looking for an option now. Connolly. Hands off to Pascal up top. Pascal. Beautiful little dime on the no-look at it. Jazz Goodman inside. All eyes on Pascal in the paint. Just drops one off to Jazz Goodman on the way. Here you go, have this. Jazz can't get the free throw to go. Wyndham push it out to 14 points. Mid-range, little baseline jumper from Charlotte Armstrong. Makes no mistake. Pascal elevating over Courtney Straight. She's up to 19 points. AP in a half of basketball. So Wyndham looking at double in the half court. A little rotation. Crombie, mid-ranger off the back of the ring. As Pascal is fouled on the last second shot. We'll have the benefit of the replay here for that one and just have a little look at it. But AP is going to go to the line for 3 as the referees are going to have to pop a little bit of time back on the clock because you can't be fouled with 0 seconds on the clock. Shout outs to Jay Kelly telling me that one. Got to have at least some time back on the clock there. Otherwise, it's the end of the quarter. So, yeah, there you go. You're welcome. Learning something. Pascal goes bang, bang, bang. Yeah, if you look back on the replay, Georgia Varley, a little bit stiff, but I think she just closed out into AP's landing space. If you have a little tap back at halftime and check that one out. Tight call, but you could argue it's there. AP was moving forward in the shot. It's a tough one. But it's going to be a Bellarine inbound ball with about 0.4 on the clock. But for the sake of it, Jazz is looking at me. You can't be... 0.8. Let's see what the Storm can conjure up with 0.3. And they inbound it safely. That's about it. That's about as much as you would have expected. As we go into halftime, Wyndham 17 points. And it's Amanda Pascal taking her tally up to 22 in just 16 minutes of basketball. 8 of 13 from the field. Very effective. She's got 4 rebounds, 4 assists, 2 steals to go along with that as well. So pretty fantastic half of basketball there for AP. Bellarine are going to need some magic to turn around a 17-point deficit at the half. And we'll see you in about 10 minutes. Alrighty. Welcome back. Second half action. Moments away. Here we are, just recapping things. If you're joining us just now, second half of this clash between Wyndham and Bellarine. Both teams coming in 5-1, looking to establish themselves as outright second place in the ladder. Just everyone's chasing Bellarine Boomers at the moment. As it's Amanda Pascal with 22 first half points, straight into work now. Jamie Lee Pearce, little free throw line jump shot. Couldn't get that one to go. So turn my gaze for a second. See Jamie Lee Pearce getting knocked over. Probably the third or fourth time tonight. So Bellarine with a good win last night against Warrnambool. Chantel Hall, jump shot can't go. McLeod, Theodore it was in the corner there. I can't see the refs in the way, but Pascal, mid-range is good. Just stepping back with the free throw line, knocking down a triple, adding to her tally. So pretty physical game so far. With Hall and Jamie Lee Pearce looking to post each other up on both ends of the court. Brousseau. Jump shot can't go. A couple of Wyndham players with 3 fouls, being, I think it's Jamie Lee and Tennille Knight. They flip it across. Olivia Vert, 3-ball. Just off the iron. As Pascal reels in the long rebound. Tennille Knight and Pascal, a little pick and roll. Key collapses. Theodore, corner 3. Couldn't get it to go. Jamie Lee Pearce was in the right place for the rebound. Couldn't get the little jump shot to go. Theodore. Wants Pascal going in that mid-range again. Good positioning from Hall. Theodore takes a hard hit. You almost probably heard her hit the ground here. She's tough as nails, Bethany Theodore. 3-ball to Tennille Knight, top of the key. Couldn't get it to go. As Redstad and Pearce continue to be tangled up. No real damage done yet. As Pearce is knocked over again. Jamie can't believe it. She's been called for the foul as well. It's going to be her 4th. Of course, Jamie Lee's 300th senior game tonight, today, which is a massive effort, especially when you're as physical as a player as Jamie Lee is. Give a little clap as she comes off. I mean, if you've seen Jamie Lee play this game this afternoon, you've seen what she's done for 300 games, getting pushed around and posting up like that. 3-ball from Vert is off. Pascal picks it up. Little pick and roll with Pascal and Brousseau. Theodore's lefty runner couldn't go. Chantel Hall, second bite of the cherry. Pascal. trying to hear what's going on the other side of the court as it's Jared Hilliard. The tech foul was called on the bench, but I think we all know who it was called on. As Courtney Strait. Good. Back in. Varley driving in. Good rotation from Brousseau, and Pascal couldn't sort it out as it's out of bounds. Baseline inbounds here for the Storm. Retstadt dishes one off. Don't know how it found the way to Olivia Osborne, but it did. Her first points this afternoon. Goodman going to post up Varley. Mackenzie Drews, 3-ball, no good. Good work from Theodore coming across late and breaking up the play as Retstadt was, I think she was trying to find Lucy Howard. No, not Lucy Howard. Charlotte Armstrong, number 7, sorry. Varley into Strait. As Jared Hillier dumbfounded. Courtney straight to the line, missing the first of her 2 free throws. Makes the pair. About an 86% free throw shooter to date on the season. Brousseau trying to get in the paint. Looking to add to her 12 points. Just dealing in 3 so far. Hasn't got the 2-point field goal to go. Fancy footwork from McLeod. And Connolly, little runner to go. Off the glass. Seen him do that a few times. A nice one from Georgia Varley in response. McLeod into the post for Goodman. There it is. That's what she likes to shoot. Couldn't get that one to go. So Retstadt now dishes it off. Varley in the corner. 3 balls flat, but it was good. She's got 6 already. Pascal. That is absolutely beautiful from AP. 26. Clip that one up for the highlight reel. As Retstadt loses it, Connolly lost it on the way in as well. Lobs one up for Retstadt. We've seen Jared Hillier has been calling for moving screens the last 5 minutes. So the referee obliging and finally giving him one there. It was Charlotte Armstrong coming across too late, I think. I don't think she was shifting side to side, but she was pretty late getting there for when the contact was. Wyndham still 11 points. And Pascal strolling her way in, creating some separation and just times that pickup so well. Brousseau able to get in a good position on Redstad. He's able just to elevate and make the adjustment. Bridget Redstad up to 14 points. She's not getting out to Julie Brousseau, and you cannot do that. You got a shooter like Julie Brousseau out on the three-point line, and you're going to let her get a look like that. Bridget Redstad doing a lot for the Bellarine Storm. You've got to be closing out on a shooter like Julie Brousseau. So Wyndham just keeping things on their terms. It's at 14 points now. So Bellarine needing something here as we're closing in on the end of the third quarter. It's probably the smallest Wyndham lineup you'll see, with Jazz Goodman playing the 5. Not sure who the 4 is. But small ball for Wyndham with Tennille Knight with 3 fouls, Jamie Lee Pearce with 4, Mackenzie Drew just having a spell. Olivia Vert driving in. Gets that one to go off the glass. She's up to 9. McLeod, corner 3. Couldn't get that one to go. Aggressive closeouts from Wyndham. Missed shot from Charlotte Armstrong. Jazz Goodman. Jazz Goodman couldn't get the turnaround to go. And she's fouled on the rebound, so it's going to be a baseline ball for Wyndham. Brousseau up top, and Connolly. Jazz Goodman, mid-ranger, can't go. Just the 4 points for Jazz tonight. 2 of 4, I think she might be. So they flip it across now to Osborne. It goes in. It's a little floater to go. Beautiful shot, Olivia Osborne. Still 10 points in favour for Wyndham. 2 minutes to play, third quarter. McLeod, 3 ball, in and out. Unlucky, good look. Ella McLeod. Olivia Vert and Chantel Hall working on a pick and roll. Good defense from Jazz Goodman in the post there on Hall. Pascal trying to thread the needle for Alex Connolly. Just about found her. Big change here for Wyndham. just AP staying on, everyone else switching around. And out of bounds straight away. Bellarine throwing one away. Pierce on a nice pass from Theodore is fouled. So she's going to go to the line and shoot 2 free throws. Charlotte Armstrong being called for the foul. Game number 300 for the BigV. Jamie Lee Pierce knocks down second of the 2. Just the 4 points for her so far tonight. She's been working exceptionally hard inside. She's got 6 boards and 3 assists as well. Underrated game of Jamie Lee, the passing game inside. Rousseau, little floater, couldn't get it to go. Just about had a rebound. I think it was just tipped out at the last second. That's Jamie Lee Pierce on command almost. Dishes one off, drops it off to Tennille Knight. He's able to put off the glass easy as you like in a 13-point buffer for Wyndham as we're closing in. On 3/4 time, 3 ball, Jamie Crombie. As Olivia Vert just caught one. Caught a piece of that from Julie Brousseau. Bethany Theodore's called for the offensive foul. Chance for Bellarine to cut the deficit to under 10. It's pretty much been at 10 points from about halfway through the first quarter. Chance to cut that now. Crombie across to Straight, who knocks over Theodore. And couldn't capitalise on the space she found. As we're going to go into 3/4 time, the final break here in this round 5 clash. And it's Wyndham holding on to a 10-point lead. As I said, it's been there pretty much from the first quarter was 25-17, so it was 8 points at the quarter time and then extended there. Good quarter from Bellarine, winning the quarter, but they're going to have to win this next one as well by a fair margin against what is typically a pretty strong finishing Wyndham side. Was Wyndham only putting on 14 points in that quarter. Pretty quiet by their own standards, trying to push that 100-point barrier quite often. Having said that, I've seen them go for 30 plus in a quarter before, so there's every chance we could see that here today. But not with the defense we've seen from Bellarine. They've been pretty effective, limiting Wyndham to 39% shooting, just 40% inside. A lot of players, Jamie Lee Pierce and Amanda Pascal, Mackenzie Drew, all shooting the 2-point ball at above 60%. Wyndham 8 from 21 from 3, 38% from beyond the arc. Doing some damage with the 3 ball. as is often seen. Julie Brosseau with 5 triples from 7, 5 from 7, shooting the 3 ball at 70%. So it's going to be Bridget Retzstadt to get things started for us here. It's like Chantel Hall must have had a rip or something, or maybe a blood rule on the jersey. She switched to number 98 from the usual number 3. There's Bethany Theodore and it was Courtney Strait getting tangled up, hitting the deck. Probably the most physical game I've seen so far this year here at Eagle Stadium for the Wyndham women. As Hall couldn't get the runner to go over Pearce. Brosseau's getting plenty of attention from Retzstadt. Pascal gets the ISO with Chantel Hall, who's reaching over the back and fouling. As the referee has a task on her hands, calling the number 98 for a foul, using all the fingers. As it was AP getting the switch on the pick and roll from, I think it was Jamie Lee Pearce. So Jamie Lee Pearce brought up Chantel Hall to the ball. Bellarine switch it, which leaves a one-on-one with AP and Chantel Hall, which if she sees the centre come out, she's going to try and take you into the paint. She's up to 30 points now. She goes 7 from 8 from the line. As Varley was trapped at half court. Jamie Lee Pearce, 3-pointer can't go. And Tennille Knight is fouled. Chantel Hall called for 2 fouls quickly there in this 4th quarter. She's moved up to 3. As they've switched Retzstadt onto Julie Brosseau. Try and keep her quiet from being on the arc. The Storm. Chantel Hall left to do the work inside. As Tennille Knight goes 0 for 2 on the free throws. As Varley picks it up in that same quadrant as she picked it up last time on the other side. Lucky the double team didn't come. As Varley on a deep catch and shoot. And Pascal off to the races. Saw the help coming. Decided to reset and get a good look inside. Jamie Lee Pearce scooping off the glass. And Bridget Retzstadt gets the layup to go. She's up to 16. Almost been the lone hand for Bellarine so far. Only player in double figures. As Hall was looking for Varley. And I think it was Bethany Theodore, as often, getting a hand in the way, breaking things up. Good movement from the Storm. As Varley was able to get rid of. I think it was Theodore that time. It's Pascal pushing the pace. Brosseau can do it off the dribble. And Jamie Lee Pearce was able to get a good position on Courtney Strait there inside. Brosseau was able to find her. And Jamie Lee Pearce is going to go to the line and shoot a couple. Her second trip to the line here today. Looking to improve that free throw percentage, currently at about 50 for the season. As she's 3 for 4 here today. So Jamie up to 8 with those two. So Red Start with 16 is going to have a sit. Loose balls picked up by Armstrong. Chantel Hall couldn't get that little pull up off the dribble to go. Good match up there with Straight. As Jamie Lee Pierce just pats that one to her into Pascal. Good pass to find Vert. And now Hall kicks it back out to Armstrong. 3 ball, no good. Wyndham pushing the pace. The Storm look to be feeling it. As Theodore's fouled by Crombie. Just her second foul. Bethany Theodore going to go to the line. As you can see, that the impact of Wyndham's pace starting to open things up for them here. It's currently at 14 points. Bellarine going to need to do something drastic here with 6:40 to play. It's been Amanda Pascal. She's got a big double-double, 30 points, 12 boards. 5 assists, 3 steals to go with it. Just regular Amanda Pascal things out here at Eagle Stadium. Averaging 26. 6 boards and 6 assists. Averaging 26, 6 and 6. And she's going to exceed that in just about all departments if she can round up a couple more assists here with 6:40 to play. Just game 1 of 2 here this afternoon. We have the Bellarine Storm in the men's following up after this one. Big game there. Return of Cavion Green, ex-Wyndham player. They mutually parted ways at the end of last season after being a champion in 2022 here, KG. And he's back for the first time. As Theodore makes the second of her 2. Bellarine. Turn it over. And it's Wyndham back in. Things under control here. Pascal. Too strong. Crombie had a good piece of that. A lot of players probably would have lost that one. With Jamie Crombie had a fair bit of it. And AP able to rip it back and still get in there and finish off the glass for 2. And then again, for about the 5th time this evening, you've seen Bethany Theodore get a hand on it and just tip it out of bounds. Kick it out to Vert in the corner, driving baseline. Brousseau had hands on. I think it's going to be a foul on Julie Brousseau. It is. And Olivia Vert going to go to the line and shoot 2. Olivia Vert, who's in her double figures now, she's up to 10. It's Bellarine and get the rebound. Looking to get something going here. Late in the piece, and Tennille Knight knew it too that time. Didn't have the arm straight up, just reaching down on that one. Is called for the foul. This time on Charlotte Armstrong, who's going to go to the line for a couple. And makes the first. And good for two. Tennille Knight can't get the little floater in the paint to go. And jump ball called there. Going to go Wyndham's way. Theodore looking for someone to move for it. Oh, Jazz Goodman. She's getting some fantastic looks on that turnaround. It's probably the third time she's had a lovely look off the turnaround, and probably the third time she's found the back of the ring. But she was fouled, and Bellarine over the limit. It's going to send her to the line. Chance to add to her 4 points. There she does with a free throw. Good contest from Julie Brousseau, straight up that time. Must have just shifted into the path of Olivia Vert, who's going to the line and shooting a couple. Brousseau picking up her 4th foul. So we've got Tennille Knight, Jamie Lee Pearce, Julie Brousseau, all with 4. And then Bethany Theodore and number 4, Ella McLeod also with 3. Ella McLeod done well to pick up 3. She's been on the court for 15 minutes. Out of bounds off Tennille Knight. She caught a bump from Bridget Retstadt. This Bellarine need to do some damage here. Just about the last roll of the dice. There's Courtney Straight. Brousseau found herself pretty open. Straight tries to find Olivia Vert. Missed the open layup. AP just resetting things. Jazz Goodman. Beautiful feed from Pascal. Theodore active, as always, on defense. Olivia Vert, deep 3, no good. It's Pascal pushing the pace. Going ISO with Olivia Vert. Switches off with Theodore. Tennille Knight, corner 3, looks good out of the hand. Couldn't get it to go. Pascal picks up an easy rebound. It's going to be her 14th board. Go along with 30. 6 dimes and a couple of steals as well. There's Jamie Lee Pearce checking back in. Probably for her last stint here with 4 fouls. So she either plays pretty much through to the end or until she picks up her 5th. Game number 300. Senior BigV games. JP misses the first of her two. And makes the adjustment on the second. It's Wyndham up 15, 4 to play. Ella McLeod ready to help on the double team. You see Wyndham double in that spot so often. 3-ball, Olivia Vert knocks one down. It's a 14th point. Brousseau caught it in rhythm. There's Retstadt closing out late, and it's a travel by Olivia Vert down low. And a turnover again for Bellarine. Pascal, Jamie Lee Pearce, and now hands off to McLeod. Theodore couldn't get the runner to go. Layup from Armstrong, it's good. Pascal looking for assist number 7. Julie Brousseau with a 3-pointer, number 6. Up to 18 points. They're stealing in threes, Julie. Wyndham been too strong for Wyndham pretty much from start to finish. Brousseau still can't get that 2-pointer she wants. She's 0 from 8 inside the arc. There's Retstadt over AP. Little turnaround from Pascal. That's a beautiful. She had Retstadt in the post. Put her in the spin cycle. There's Theodore diving on a loose one. The pass Brousseau was trying to find. Ella McLeod's too hot. Very simple instructions from Jared Hillier there. Julie, you dribble. You caught that on camera. As Wyndham controlling here, 13 points in favour after a strong start to the game. It's pretty much where it's been for a good part of 30 minutes, if not more. Bellarine just haven't been able to find the answer. As it's hard to, with Pascal averaging 26 coming in, she's got 30, 15 boards, 6 assists. And Julie Brousseau, not sure why she's even stepping foot inside the 3-point line at 0 from 8. She's 6 from 9 from beyond the arc. Doing some damage there, as they're the only 2 Wyndham players in double figures. But as Bellarine have got Olivia Vert from 14 with 14 points, Retstadt with 18. 18 with 17 boards for Bridget Retstadt. It's not enough for Bellarine, as it's pretty much shoot everything and hopefully a couple of them drop and they can get this within 10 points and make something happen in the last minute or so here. They've got to fire everything. There's Wyndham looking to close this one out. Pascal's going to get a steal there. Crafty work from Bethany Theodore, just passing that one to the Bellarine player standing out of court. Olivia Vert catching a piece of Jamie Lee's arm on the foul. And Olivia Vert, it's going to be her 5th personal. So she's going to check out, and Jamie Lee Pearce is going to go to the line for a couple more. Looking to add to her 8. points so far. And knocks the second down. Held ball, jump ball called. It's going the way of Bellarine here. As travel called there on Lucy Howard. Pascal keeps the dribble alive. Little 1-2. Bethany Theodore, Jamie Lee Pearce. Effective. Bethany Theodore goes up to 10 points. She's just got the 2 steals credited to her name, but has had her hand sort of breaking up passes for the whole game. There's Wyndham now, 17 points up. AP trying to get crafty off the glass, trying to tip her own one in. Brousseau for 3. Can't get it to go. Jamie Lee Pearce on the offensive board this time. AP wants the ISO again. Goes right. And it's out of bounds. Picked up by Coach Tim Sanderson there. Wyndham got 4 to shoot. So I heard from Jared Hillier during the week that it's a deliberate act. I often comment on the bench not counting down the shot clock, but it's his own theory that he'd rather them not count it down because he thinks that they create more rush shots with 2 or 4 seconds to go on the shot clock than getting a good one off. He'd rather a good shot go off, or even if it is a shot clock violation. So, interesting theory from Jared Hillier. As we are all done here. As it's Wyndham from the jump, too strong. I think they trailed for about 2 minutes in this game off the tip when Bellarine got off to a couple of buckets early. But it's Wyndham too strong in Jamie Lee Pearce, game number 300. MVP for the day, Amanda Pascal. If you don't mind, 33 points at 54% shooting, 16 rebounds, 6 assists, and 4 steals. So a huge game from AP. And for the visitors, it was Bridget Retstadt, 18 and 17. But we were not able to do the damage. So Wyndham take second spot on the ladder outright now as they close in on Bellarine, who haven't lost a game so far. So I hope you enjoyed the game so far here today. We've got a little half-hour break. We've got the men's game coming up at 3 o'clock. Bellarine and Wyndham. Thanks for joining me.